Hello everybody! Welcome back to some more Pokemon Fire Red. In the last episode, we defeated Giovanni and got ourselves the 8th gym badge. So now we have every single gym badge in the game, and we can now head on over to the Pokemon League to challenge the Elite Four. So here we are in Viridian City. We can just run on over, right over here, and this will take us over to Route 22. We came here a very long time ago at the beginning of our playthrough. We can see our rival is here again. What? Mythglad? What a surprise to see you here. So you're going to the Pokemon League. You collected all the badges too? That's cool. Then I'll whip you, Mythglad, as a warm-up for the Pokemon League. Come on! So here we go. This is our second battle against the rival in this exact position. We battled him here before, so now we're going to have a rematch. Although we won the previous time, so really it's not a rematch. We're going up against rival Gary. I guess it's a rematch for him. And he's starting off with his level 47 Pidgeot. Maybe we're a little bit under-leveled because my Gyarados is level 40. I don't think the rest of my team is much higher level. Yeah, so that's a little bit concerning. But I'll just go ahead and start off with a nice strong Hydro Pump. They're using Feather Dance, which will lower my attack stat. But that doesn't matter because Hydro Pump is a special attack. But I missed. That's unfortunate, so we'll go for Hydro Pump again. We're going for a Wing Attack, which is a physical attack, so since I have my Intimidate ability activated, it'll do a little bit less damage. Hydro Pump comes on through not much damage at all. We do not like to see that. We should probably switch Gyarados out for, like, Raichu then. Or maybe we could probably just do it. One more Hydro Pump will kill the Pidgeot, so I'll use Hydro Pump once again. Hope that it lands. There we go. That should take down the Pidgeot. There we go. That's Pidgeot down. So that'll be some experience for Gyarados. Level 41 for Gyarados. Very nice. And some experience for Arcanine, and he gets level 41 as well because he has the experience share on. And the next Pokemon that comes out is Rhyhorn, so we're going to want to leave Gyarados in. So we go for Surf. This should probably be a one-shot because Rhyhorn is 4 times weak to water. Let's see, though. Yes, it is. There we go. That is Rhyhorn taken down. I'm surprised it's not evolved to a Rhydon yet. But he's only got 4 Pokemon left. Executes one of them. Honestly surprised he's not an Exeggutor at this point, because this is nearly the end of the game, and the fact that it's still its stage 1 form is kind of insane. But let's switch to Pidgeot, because Pidgeot's the lowest level. I want to give him a little bit of experience points. And he's also super effective against Execute. He is getting paralyzed to the Stun Spore, but that's not too big of a deal, I guess. I'll go for Wing Attack. What are they doing? Solar Beam? Yeah, they're taking in Sunlight, so they're using Solar Beam. So next turn, they'll fire off the really strong, powerful Solar Beam. I was paralyzed, so I couldn't do anything. Here comes Solar Beam. It is not very effective, so I'm hoping it won't do too much damage. Yeah, that's not too much. And here comes the Wing Attack. I'm hoping this does a lot of damage, because it's super effective. Not bad damage, not bad. So they're going to use Solar Beam again, but if I can land the Wing Attack, it'll kill him this turn, and he won't get to fire off the second Solar Beam. That's actually pretty good. Good job, Pidgeot, for taking out the Execute. So now he's only got 3 Pokemon left. Alakazam. That's a bit scary. So I'm going to go for Quick Attack. I'm paralyzed, so I can't use Quick Attack. But I was going to go for Quick Attack because Alakazam, I was thinking he was just going to outspeed me and kill me. But he used Future Sight. So I land the Quick Attack. Should do quite a bit of damage. Yeah, not bad, because Alakazam is not physically bulky for the physical side. He's very specially bulky, but not physically bulky. So that's pretty good damage, especially since I was like 8 levels lower than him. But, I guess I'll have to bring in Arcanine to counter this Alakazam, because Arcanine has Bite. That's a super effective, strong physical attack. So Intimidate, I Intimidate the Alakazam, but that really doesn't do anything, because Alakazam is a special attacker, and he is boosting up his special attack and special defense. But actually, no, Dark's a special type, isn't it? Or is Dark a physical type? I can't remember. I think it's a special type, because that didn't do very much. But here's the Future Sight. That does a lot of damage. I think Dark is a special type, though. I'm gonna go for the Bite again. Ooh, I got a critical hit. I think that critical hit did matter. Took out the Alakazam. I think if I didn't get the critical hit, I think it wouldn't have killed. He's only got 2 Pokemon left. Gyarados, and the other one should be Charizard. So I'm gonna switch out Arcanine and switch into Raichu, because Raichu does have a super effective matchup against both Gyarados and Charizard, so it's very, very good. They go for Hydro Pump, which will do quite a bit of damage, but I'm hoping not too much. Ooh, that actually did a lot more than I was hoping. Here comes the Thunderbolt. It should be a one-shot because Gyarados is 4 times weak to Electric. Let's see if that is the case, though. Yes, it is. There we go. Gyarados is out of here. So the last Pokemon, Charizard. probably gonna kill my Raichu, but I'm gonna hope that it doesn't outspeed. It's level 53. Oh, never mind. I just died of the future sight attack. That Charizard is really high level. That's really not good. I think I'm gonna bring in my Alakazam, because I think everything else is either too weak, or it's Venusaur who's weak to Charizard. So I'm just gonna go for the Psychic. They outspeed, which makes sense. They are 13 levels higher than me. But Fire is a special type, so it doesn't do that much. That was a lot, actually. I was hoping it wouldn't do that much, but I guess thanks to my special bulk, I survived. So we lower the Charizard's special defense, but that's not going to really be that much help. Now Alakazam is dead. Got very few Pokemon left to take out this Charizard. I'm definitely very underleveled. But we just gotta try our best. So here's the Intimidate. That'll at least weaken the Charizard a little bit. Now I'll go for Surf. I'm gonna hope that this Flamethrower doesn't kill, but I think it will for sure. No, Gyarados survived. Come on. Come on, Surf. Surf. Kill. Kill. I don't think it'll kill, but do as much damage as you can. Ooh, that's so close. It's one hit away from dying. Alright, so no matter what, Gyarados dies here. Yep. Alright, so I got 2 Pokemon left. Venusaur and... who's the other one? Raichu, right? No, it was Arcanine. Okay. So, another Intimidate. This probably won't help that much, because Flamethrower is a special attack. But if it goes for Slash, which is a physical attack, that'll be very helpful. Look, I'll just go for Bite. They go for the Flamethrower, but I do resist this, so maybe it won't kill. Ooh, 1 HP! 1 HP! This kills? Ooh, yes! Good job, Arcanine. It's very good, because I'm pretty sure if I sent Venusaur out, Venusaur would have died, because Venusaur is really weak to Fire-type, and I think Venusaur would have just got one shot. Thank you, Arcanine. Oh, that was too close. So we defeated Rival Gary. What? I was just careless, you. We got 3,816 Pokédollars for winning. That was intense. That loosened me up. I'm ready for the Pokemon League. Mythglad, you need more practice. But hey, you know that. I'm out of here. Smell you later. Well, I think I know that I need to do a lot more grinding, because I am very underleveled. Anyways, I still managed to beat Rival Gary very narrowly, because even though Venusaur was at full health, he for sure would have just died, because Charizard was super effective against Venusaur. I don't think he was taking a Flamethrower. But now that we're fully restored, we can head back on our way to the Pokemon League. So let's just head on over this way. So now that we won't be interrupted by Gary anymore, we can go over here. And we can run... oh, I'm getting a Wild Encounter, which will probably be like a level 8 Pokemon or something. No, not even level 4. So I'm just gonna run away from the Rattata, because I really don't need to worry about it. And now we're at the Pokemon League front gate. So we can just head on in. Here we are. Hello. Oh, that is the Boulder Badge. Go on right ahead. So since we have the Boulder Badge, we can go forward into Route 23. Now we can talk to you. You can pass here only if you have the Cascade Badge. That is the Cascade Badge. So these are basically just little checks to make sure that you have every single badge. So here we can only pass if we have the Thunder Badge. We do have the Thunder Badge, so we can just pass on ahead. And over here, we can only pass if we have the Rainbow Badge. I have the Rainbow Badge. We can just go on right ahead. Now we've got a little section just to make sure that we have Surf. We can go on through here. We can pass through here only if we have the Soul Badge. I do have the Soul Badge, so I can just pass on through. And there are wild Pokemon that can spawn here. And Psyduck is one of them. I already have a Psyduck, so that's not too special. So I'll just run away from it, save myself some time. But if I do find something cool, I will obviously try to catch it. But I don't really know whether anything that cool can spawn here. See, it's another wild Pokemon. It's another Psyduck. I'm not too interested in Psyduck. I already have Psyduck. Sorry, Psyduck. I don't want multiple of you. So let's just run away. And we can only pass through here if we have the Marsh Badge. I do have the Marsh Badge, so we can just go on through. And now we're back on the grass where there is some tall grass where we can find some wild Pokemon. Maybe something rare. Like, I think Execute can spawn here, or Spearow. Spearow can spawn here too. Not a very rare Pokemon, in case you couldn't tell from the tone of my voice. Very common. You can find it on, like, Route 2 or something. Don't need any more Spearows. But let's just continue to look. What else can we find here? Mankey. I already have Mankey, but Mankey is a pretty cool Pokemon. Unfortunately, I don't really want a Mankey. Sorry, Mankey. I already have you. In fact, I have a Primeape, who is kind of part of the team. Sometimes I put him on, sometimes I take him off. Just kind of depends on my mood. Let's see, what's here? Is anything new? This will be the last time. Ooh, Arbok! I don't have Arbok. I did not know Arbok could spawn here. So this is definitely a Pokemon I want to try to catch. So we're going to intimidate each other because we both have the Intimidate ability. And I don't want to kill the Arbok, so I'm just going to go for Strength. Because obviously I want to catch the Arbok. That did a lot of damage, a critical hit. Here comes Strength. Okay, that's good. That will not kill, for sure. Unless I get a critical hit, but I don't think I will. Come on, no critical hit. Survive, Arbok. There it goes. It's in the yellow now. Now I'm going to try throwing an Ultra Ball at it. Or, yeah. Ultra Ball. Let's see. Does this catch? Does this catch? It does indeed. So there we go. Gotcha. Arbok was caught. So some new data will be added to the Pokedex. Here we have Arbok, number 24, the Cobra Pokemon. It's 11 foot 6 inches tall, or I guess it's not tall, it's measured from head to tail, but it's 143.3 pounds. The pattern on its belly appears to be a frightening face. Weak foes will just flee from the sight of the pattern. That's very cool. It'll be transferred to the box, and probably never seen again. So let's continue past here. We can only pass through if we have the Volcano Badge. We do indeed have the Volcano Badge. There we go, we can go on ahead. Is there anything over here? No, there's nothing over here. There's some flowers over here, and maybe something cool will be in this patch of grass. Highly doubt it, but maybe. Let's see, it's an Ekans. I already have Ekans, so I'm not too interested in Ekans. And I already caught Arbok, so I don't need another Ekans. So I'll just run away from this Ekans here. Goodbye, Ekans. And let's see. This will probably be the last time I go through this grass. It seems that there's nothing new. It's just another Mankey. So I will run away. And I'll just continue passing through this area of the Pokemon League. Or I guess the pathway to the Pokemon League. It's not quite the Pokemon League yet. Oh, well, another Pokemon in this... In one individual patch of grass, it's a Fearow. That's cool, but I already have Fearow. Level 40, though. That's pretty impressive. But sorry, Fearow. I already have one. I used it a while ago, back in the beginning of my playthrough on this team, but I don't need it anymore. So goodbye. Now let's head on this way. You can only pass here if you have the Earth Badge. Oh, that is the Earth Badge. Go on right ahead. That is the badge we got in the last episode. So here we go. We are now at Victory Road. This is the last challenge that we have to go through to get to the Pokemon League. We're not quite victorious yet. We haven't made it to the Pokemon League, but that'll be something that we do in the next episode of Pokemon Fire Red. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.